Well, here we are, guys. Can you believe it? And look at this special little 1000th Wordle that they put on the screen. Actually, as I loaded it up, it was cute. It did a cute little animation. Um, Here we go. This is number 1000. Can you believe it? I only started this game. I would say, I think I started maybe about when I was around 300 words in, roughly. I'll have to double check. I know that I started doing the Wordle with art in August of 2022, which I think is about a half, maybe 8 months in. So 8 times 3 is 240 words. Yeah, I think it was maybe around 300. Okay. In any case, it's been a blast, and hopefully we'll keep going for another 1,000. You never know, which is about another 3 years of Wordle. And here we go. Now we are going to do a challenge, of course. I'm quite nervous. This is going to be a tough one. We're going to basically put in 4 words to honor the fact that it's the 1000th Wordle. Let's just adjust the screen a little bit. We want this to look really good for our 1000th Wordle. Okay, so we're going to start off with 1,000. How on earth can we put that in there? Very easily. We're going to go thous, and that is actually really good. I'm very happy with that. We have a T and a U. And we're going to do zans or sans, okay? So there's our thousands. Okay, now I am a little bit nervous because my next word is going to be grand and then kilos, okay? And I set this challenge up so that it was 2 tiers, 2 levels. Right now we achieved level 1, okay, assuming that we can solve this Wordle. Level 2 is putting in the grand and the kilos. I don't really want to fail this, you know what I mean? And I have a pretty healthy streak going here. So what I'm trying to say is, let's first, before we commit to grand and kilos, let's sort of figure out what kind of options we have here. I mean, if we have a plethora of options, I might have to bail. But if it's down to like 2 or 3, all right, then I think we might be okay. The first word that I see is putty, okay? Which I would normally want to do right now because that would be a really, that would just really test it very well. But there is an issue. So although we have putty, if we're looking at TTY words, and you know, who knows, it could be anything. Then I think that would be it. So I do just see putty. But then I also see, if we now go to some I words, I see witty. And I see bitty. Okay. And we should also, you know, check this out too, right? Oh, actually, no, but there's the U. So of course there's no witty or bitty. So that's good. So yeah, I'm getting a little bit confused here. So we've got, so putty, and I actually see a very unusual word here, tool. Kilos would help detect the presence of an L. So putty and tool. Yeah. We have had utter. That would actually fit really good. That would actually, again, be not a bad test word. But we did have utter. This would also be an interesting... Oh, there you go. There's another one. It could be butte. So we've got butte, putty, and tool, which I think it's like a fabric. Oh boy. Okay. Now what about this? I believe we've had truth. Okay, I think we've had truth. Maybe not, actually. I'm not sure. Grand would help detect that. All right, let's go for it, guys. I mean, it doesn't seem terrible. So let's do grand. Look at that. Okay, I'm kind of happy I did that. Let's do so now okay, it won't be truth. I'm being silly. So what have I overlooked? This is really interesting. It's a word that I haven't even mentioned. So let's before we put in the kilos, okay, because I might want to have still those two guesses to play with. Let's see if we can kind of iron this out, right? All right. Um um it could be fruit, actually. I don't believe we've had fruit. Now, my only concern is kilos is not going to really help tremendously with that. Although it would get the eye. So I'm willing to go with that, okay? So if the eye lights up, then we could test for fruit and hopefully we can nail this thing. Ouch. Okay. Ooh. One guess. I look at this as one guess left, guys. Oh man, I'm really being reckless here. Okay. So it's not fruit because there's no eye. Would the U go up front? Um, I don't really see that working. Okay. I don't really see that working. So it could be erupt. Actually, erupt is looking really good. Because I think a lot of people are going to erupt in joy, knowing that this is the 1000th Wordle. It fits perfectly. Um, did we get the 1000th Wordle in 5? Committing to the challenge and getting erupt. Woo! Yes, we did. I think that deserves a howl. Look at that beautiful little star. That is so cool. They really outdid themselves, didn't they, guys? Wow, I'm so happy that I went all out with this challenge. And I didn't even predict erupt, but ironically, I think the grand really helped. Um, I still didn't know what it was. And then after we put in kilos, the only word that really made sense was erupt. Oh, that's actually really cool. I was very nervous that we'd have to take that to the sixth guess. But yeah, erupt worked out great. And it's kind of a cool answer for today's Wordle because it's not really, giving in to the 1000th Wordle. But it's ever so closely related, isn't it, guys? So there you have it. I'm so delighted with that. That is really cool. We preserved our streak and we can try to move on. Guys, please kindly join me on the Infinite Wordle so that we can discuss tomorrow's challenge. All right, guys, here we are. Um, After serious consideration, and failing to come up with a really clever challenge, the challenge tomorrow is going to be simply to see if you can beat art. Yes. So therefore, it's a light challenge. You can start with whatever you want, and the goal is to see if you can beat me. Okay. So now we can put the game face on, and we can start with any word we want, and let's see who can get it in the fewest number of guesses. Okay. I'm going to go with slate in my demo, just because I'm very familiar with it. I've used it for many months of my Wordle challenges, and it came in very handy. Usually came in the top 10 in the challenges. All right, so slate gets me an A-T-E. That is pretty darn good. We're going to probably put the E here. And the problem is, well, actually, I think Heath is looking really good. Or death. Let's start with death. Heath? Oh, well. That's too bad. Should have stuck with my gut, but I just figured the D, an extra letter. Who knows? In any case, that wouldn't be bad. That would be, that'd be a 3-guesser. And so there you have it, guys. Tomorrow's challenges start with whatever you want to your heart's content and try to get it in the fewest number of guesses because you better believe Art is going to do some preparation. I have slowly started to review some of the previous words so that we don't make the mistake of entering a word on a guess unless you needed it for really good evaluation purposes. What else? And I'll probably just maybe update my algorithm. I'll have to decide if I want to stick with Slate or Trace. That's still subject to debate. But one other thing I do need to mention, guys, when we do this challenge, we must stick to hard mode. Yes, indeed. Just as I played here, we have to stick to hard mode. So that means if you're one of those folks who likes to do a double word entry, that might not loan itself very well. So you have to, you could still try it, but the bottom line is you put the little settings into hard mode and see if you can beat Art tomorrow. And there you have it, guys. I hope you enjoyed, and I look forward to seeing you tomorrow for the next round of Wordle.